Hello everyone, very good evening. Welcome to ARD. My name is Varsha Dhiman, and in this particular session, we have to cover the weekly current affair, weekly agriculture and rural development current affair for the duration 14th of June till 20th of June 2025. So the aspirants who are there in the session, please let me know that my voice is clearly audible to everyone and the screen is clearly visible to you. Yeah, how you all are doing? How's your preparations going on? Yeah. Is there anything that you want that you are facing issue in while proceeding the session? Please let me know in the beginning so that I'll try to resolve the issue first and then we will continue with our today's session. Okay. So yeah, Kamran, everything is fine. Okay. So there are so many important events that happened in the last week related to agriculture and rural development. So we'll try to cover all those events. Okay in today's session. And the students who are there in the session, please share the session among your friends also so that they will also become the part of live class and ask their doubts here in the class itself. Okay. Yeah. Hello, Sumit. Hello, Kamran. How you all are? How's the preparations going on? So as we all know that the weekly current affairs sessions are theoretical sessions and the monthly compilations consist of the MCQs related to all the current events, right? So here we go. Yeah, before proceeding forward, very good evening, Sashank. Very good evening to you. Yeah. So before proceeding forward, let me tell you that this is the application of Olive Board. Go and register yourself there, and from there you will get the notes of all the YouTube classes, as well as there are so many courses and batches available for your better preparations on the applications of Olive Board. Be the part of the batches and start your preparations with us as soon as possible. Okay? Yeah. Now, moving forward, yeah, if you are targeting the RBA Grade B examination as well, so Anil sir will about to take a session, a live webinar for you where he will discuss about the 60-day study plan. So make sure you will attend this session on 21st of June at 4 p.m. Register yourself and the description link is provided to you. And that's how you will be capable of knowing all the things from there. Okay, that's how you should continue with your preparations. Okay. Uh, Last week I took a special session also on Naksha. Naksha is in news. Okay, it was in news in the last week also and in current week also, like on 16th of June. 16th, oh, there is a news related to it, and what is the news is about that second batch of phase 2 of the Naksha capacity building program inaugurated across 4 national centers of excellence from 16th of June. So what comes under it? Firstly, let's know the full form of Naksha. It stands for National Geospatial Knowledge Based Land Survey of Urban Habitations. Okay, yeah, we all know that our population is increasing, and with that it is needed that if we are having a good assessment of all the areas or the habitations, we will try to manage the resources in future. Okay, we are observing that most of the populations or the people who are living in the rural areas before, they are migrating towards the urban areas in search of different mean like for the job and other things. Okay, so with India's urban population expected to exceed, so it we are expecting that it will exceed 600 million by 2031. Okay, so the need for modern, verifiable and easily accessible land records has become more urgent than ever. So when the population rises so like fast, so there's a need that we should have a mean which will help us to easy assess or verify the data or the reports, right? So this Naksha program addresses this challenge with a bold technology driven approach. Okay, so with that thought in mind, the Naksha approach, this capacity building program came into news. Okay, we discussed that initially, like it was discussed in the month of March also, then in April, and now in the June also it is in news. So that's why it becomes important for your exam. Okay, Naksha program is being, so which particular ministry or the department is related with the implementation of this program? So it is implemented by the Department of Land Resources and in association with the Survey of India, NICSI, MPSEDC, and 5 Center of Excellence as a pilot program. Okay. And it has included how many urban local bodies? 157 urban local bodies, 27 states, and 3 union territories. So when it was begin, the number of states, UTs, and ULBs were less, but now it has increased because now it is in phase 2, and second batch of the phase 2 is about to begin. Okay, now this batch of training program, like it is inaugurated by whom? It is inaugurated by Manoj Joshi ji. And who is he? He is a secretary, Department of Land Resources. Okay, and what will happen during the training program? 128 urban local body level and district officers have been nominated. So from the 74 urban local bodies, 128 urban local body level and district officers will be nominated, and they will be trained for how many days? For 1 week. Okay, they will be provided with hands-on training with the modern tools and the implements that they can use for surveying, that they can use for like preparing the maps and other data. Okay, and where are the center of excellences where the trainings will be provided? So as it is mentioned, there are total 4 national center of excellences where the trainings will be provided for this phase 2, for this phase 2 second batch. So the name of these 4 centers of excellence is important because as in your NABARD syllabus, questions related to institutions can also be asked. So you should not miss it. Okay. So let's talk about the names of these institutions. Yashwant Rao Chavan Academy of Development Administration. Where it is? It is at Pune, Maharashtra. Northeast Region Center of Excellence. Where is it? Guwahati, Assam. Mahatma Gandhi State Institute of Public Administration, Chandigarh, Punjab, and Administrative Training Institute, Mysuru, Karnataka. So at all these places, the trainings will be provided, okay, so that the persons will work well and prepare all the data as well, right? Now moving forward, let's talk about the another important points. Yeah, just give me a second. And what is the aim of the training? Why this training is provided? So that all the personnel, urban local body officers, district officers, field staff, they will be aware about all the technologies. They will have the requisite skills and the technical knowledge so that they will give you high accuracy urban land survey data. Okay, and the training modules cover the program framework, GNSS and ETS based surveying, web GIS application, land parcel mapping, and the legal administrative aspects of land survey. So I am covering this part here only. See, aspirants, on YouTube, there is a specific session dedicated to all the important informations of Naksha. Please watch that session also, okay, so that you will have a basic or the introductory information about Naksha. Okay, so this was the first news. Now moving forward, so Union Minister for Environment, Forest and Climate Change. Union Minister for Environment, Forest and Climate Change, and who is he? Is Shri Bhupendra Yadav ji. Okay, so recently, that is on 16th of June 2025. Okay, what he attended, or he was chosen as a president over the first assembly of International Big Cat Alliance. So this is an initiative which is taken by India for the conservation of big cat species. Okay, here we'll also discuss about the big cat species. Okay, so where this first assembly was held, it was held in New Delhi, and as it is an apex body or the central body, so it was attended by ministerial delegation from 9 countries. It's not for India only. It was discussed under United Nations Forum for Forest. Recently we had covered that part also. So the ministerial meeting of the United Nations Forum for Forest was held in the last month. Okay, and that time our country like came up with an initiative of International Big Cat Alliance. Okay, so first assembly of this Big Cat Alliance, International Big Cat Alliance, held where in New Delhi. Okay, and the ministerial delegates from 9 countries. The name of the countries are Kingdom of Bhutan, Kingdom of Cambodia, Kingdom of Eswatini, Republic of Guinea, Republic of India, Republic of Liberia, Republic of Suriname, Federal Republic of Somalia, and the Republic of Kazakhstan. They participated. Okay, they attended this meeting. And you can see the chair, the first assembly of the International Big Cat Alliance in New Delhi today, presented India's statement on the occasion. And who initiated this? It was led by PM Shri Narendra Modi ji. India has emerged as a global leader in wildlife conservation, demonstrating notable successes over the past decades, like how much effectively we took decisions related to wildlife conservation in the past decade. He showcased them, all the informations there also. Okay, so we are at a better position now. If we talk about like at agriculture part, okay, like in today's session also we'll discuss about this MOU or a meeting was held between India and the Ukraine. We'll talk about different things here. Okay, so this was important. Now, President for the International Big Cat Alliances, Sri Bhupendra Yadav ji, Director General of International Big Cat Alliances, Sri S.P. Yadav ji. These two are important. You might have the question later to this in your ARD portion. Okay, phase 1 MCQ questions. So who created this? It was created by Government of India, okay, in a coalition of 95 range countries with a mandate for conservation of. So how many big cat? Okay, that is decided that we want to conserve these species as per this International Big Cat Alliance. So there are tiger, lion, leopard, snow leopard, cheetah, jaguar, or puma. Okay. Now moving forward, so it was established by Government of India, and who is a, like if we talk about the nodal agency or the organization of this International Big Cat Alliance, so it is National Tiger Conservation Authority, and it comes under the Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change, White Order. So when was the order for the establishment of International Big Cat Alliance was passed? It was passed on 12th of March 2024. Go and no, not into the, it was in 2024, and now it is finally established, and the presidation or the meetings were held over this. Okay. Now, what was the primary objective of International Big Cat Alliance? What is the objective of it? Why there was a need? Why it was came into knowledge, and why it was needed to have this alliance to facilitate collaboration and synergy amongst range countries and other stakeholders, consolidating successful conservation practices and expertise to achieve, so that we all countries will work together, and we will work together to achieve a common goal of conservation of big cats at global level, because we are observing, because of the human interferences at their habitats and due to other climatic related issues, we are observing the populations of these big cats is declining. So there is a need to think about it. Okay, so that's why this International Big Cat Alliances was formed for the conservation practices for these species at global level. Okay, and this unified approach, bolstered by financial support, aims to boost the biodiversity conservation agenda, halt the decline in big cat population, and conserve our ecology. So all these were the points that were discussed there. Okay, now that's all about the International Big Cat, and this is very important, aspirant, because it can be asked in the news, the DG of it, the president of it, an objective of it, and its initiative was taken by which country, how many countries participated in it, okay, and how many big cat species are considered here. 7 big cat species are considered under the conservation program under International Big Cat Alliance. So these type of questions can be asked. Clear? Now moving forward, another news. So on 17th of June 2025, we are recognizing 17th of June 2025 as a World Day to combat desertification and drought. Okay, so there's a need to take some efforts in this direction also. Okay, because the desertification and the drought, it is a serious issue to discuss about. So Union Minister Shri Bhupendra Yadav ji to preside over national workshop on strategies for combating desertification and drought at AFRI. So AFRI, what is AFRI? And where it is located? It is located at Jodhpur. It is important because I always say that is you cannot miss the institutions because the institutions related questions are always asked in the exam. So you should not miss the information is related to institutions. Okay. So Shri Bhupendra Yadav ji, who is he? He's a Union Minister of Environment, Forest and Climate. You should know the name of these three, four ministers like Shri Shivraj Singh Chauhan ji, Bhupendra Yadav ji, SP Yadav ji. Or you should not miss the name of these ministers because you can also put the name if you are having any descriptive question related to the current event that has happened. Okay. So, Union Minister of Environment, Forest and Climate Change, Shri Bhupendra Yadav, in August, presence of Union Minister of Culture and Tourism, Shri Gajendra Singh Shekhawat, inaugurated a national workshop on strategies. Okay, so what was the title of this workshop? There they discuss about the strategies that we can adopt to combat the desertification and the drought, right? And it was aligned with the 2025 global theme. What was it? Restore the land, unlock the opportunities, and the workshop emphasized the importance of landscape restoration for climate resilience, biodiversity, and sustainable rural development. And what was the key areas that was discussed during that workshop? First was sharing innovative land restoration models such as AFRI's 10.8 hectare Campa funded project at Lunavas, Bhakar, Rajasthan, reviewing progress towards India's national commitment to achieve land degradation neutrality by 2030. So we had, there was a question in the year 2024 or 23 when we like till which year we had decided to achieve the target of zero carbon zero emission na? Okay, so these type of questions are asked in the exam. So in this year we can expect like the question that can be asked like till which year we are expecting that we will achieve the target of land degradation neutrality, so that is by 2030. This is important. Okay, strengthening coordination between central and state agencies on like there is a need to strengthen the coordination. See, if the state is doing efforts over different projects, center is not taking the grassroots level seriously, so is it possible to eradicate any problem or to combat any challenge? No, na. So there is a need to have a good coordination between the central and the state departments or the agencies. Okay, then only the drought preparedness or the sustainable land use practices will be followed. Okay, this initiative reaffirms India's proactive role under the United Nations Convention on Combat Desertification and contributes to the achievement of Sustainable Development Goal 15, Life on Land. Okay, so the goal which is associated or related with the combat desertification, it is a Sustainable Development Goal number 15, which is Life on Land. Okay, you know the name of the goals that are mentioned under the Sustainable Development Goals. So this goal is primarily goal number 15, Life on Land. Okay, clear? Now moving forward to address these challenges. So yeah, it's observed that we are facing the problem of desertification and the drought. We need to take specific steps, okay, so that we will combat these challenges. So to address these challenges, these steps have been taken. Like we know, we are always talking about एक पेड़ माँ के नाम. Okay. Another one is Amrit Sarovar. I had taken a specific session related to Amrit Sarovars also that is available on the YouTube of Oliver. Please watch that session. So Amrit Sarovar is also an initiative in this regard, which main aim is to rejuvenate water bodies to combat the desertification and support biodiversity. Another one is the Matri one. So what is that Matri one? Encouraging communities, especially in the Aravali region. Okay, Aravali regions to plant trees in the name of their mother, foster a deep connection with nature. Okay, see why our government is working on taking such initiatives. We are trying to, because we are so much connected with our like family members and the parents. We have some emotional connections with them. Okay, so that's why government is trying, or the policies or the initiatives are taken in such a regard, we will feel like connected with the initiative and we will knowingly or unknowingly come forward to take a step in this regard. Okay, that's why the ek paid mark now. Okay, So when you do this, you will feel a homely connection with the nature. And another one is a Matriva. Okay, in the name of their mother, fostering a deep connection with nature, because nature is like if the nature will be good or the nature will be healthy, then only we will be healthy. So there's a need to again develop this connection with the nature. Okay, Ek Ped Maa Ke Naam, a nationwide movement initiated by Prime Minister Narendra Modi, where citizens plant trees in honor of their mothers, symbolizing respect for Mother Earth. And during that workshop, during that national workshop that held on 17th of June, these important publications and initiatives were also released. And let's talk about these initiatives that came into picture. One is the information booklet on Aravali districts, revised mission documents of the Green India Mission, book on sustainable land management, launch of the National Afforestation Monitoring System, and distribution of AFRI sesame clones to 10 farmers by the Honorable Environment Minister. Yeah, see, not like near to 1.4 million we had planted. Okay, if you are saying about the number of trees, okay, so it is near to 1.4 million, because we had taken one session, I think in the last week or last to last week, where we discussed about how many trees we had planted. Because on 5th of June there was World Environment Day, na? So that time also we discussed about this Ek Ped Maa Ke Naam initiative. Okay, now this is very important. It is a part of your animal husbandry and it is also in use. We know about the rinderpest virus disease. Okay, like our cattle suffer from this disease. So yeah, it's important that our country has joins elite global group for rinderpest virus cattle plague containment. Okay, so we had joined it. Okay, let's talk about this in detail because it is very important. Like India is coming forward at a global level because now we are having all these technologies with us that we can offer our resources for the like global initiatives for the noble purposes at the global level. Okay, like when we discussed about our union budget 2025, they will talk about that we are working on establishing the second largest gene bank, right? And that where the germplasm will be conserved and that can be used by the national and international level. Similarly, we offer our like services there also. Okay, let's talk about all these things in detail because it's very important. You can have the direct answer in your descriptive and in the MCQ format from this topic. Okay, let's talk about it. So India has achieved a significant milestone in the realm of global animal health and biosecurity with the recognition of now we are recognized as ICAR, National Institute of High Security Animal Disease, Bhopal, as a Category A rinderpest holding facility by the World Organization for Animal Health and the Food and Agriculture Organization of the United States. Okay, so we get a good recognition in this regard. Now we had joined the elite global group for rinderpest virus. Okay, and we are recognized as Category A rinderpest holding facility. Okay, now this announcement was made during, so like this announcement was done on 29th of May 2025, but now it is officially mentioned on the like the papers, or we can say the official website. That's why we are covering it now. The announcement was made during the 92nd general session of the World Organization for Animal Health. Where it was held? It was held in Paris. Okay, World Organization for Animal Health, it was held in Paris, and there it was announced that we are now, which particular institution? National Institute of High Security Animal Disease. Where it is located? In Bhopal. It is recognized as a Category A rinderpest holding facility. Okay, where Miss Alka Upadhyay, who is she? He is a secretary of Department of Animal Husbandry and Dairy under the Ministry of Fisheries, Animal Husbandry and Dairy, and India's World Organizations for Animal Health delegates was formally presented with the certificate. So there she was. You can see the picture here. she was presented with the certificate of designation by the Director General and the President of World Organizations for Animal Health. So this is a very good achievement for us. Now let's talk about this disease in detail. Okay, let's talk about this disease. So what is rinderpest? It's also known as cattle plague. Okay, one of the most destructive livestock disease in history before its global eradication. So globally, it was eradicated in the year 2011. Okay, and before that, it was considered as one of the most destructive because it spread like plague in the cattle, and as it is spread through virus, so there are like little chances, very little chances of controlling the disease which are spreading through viruses, because virus can mutate so instantly or so quickly. So their sudden change in gene, their variants can develop so quickly, so we cannot eradicate them completely. Na? So however, rinderpest virus containing material still remains in a few labs, posing potential risk if released. Okay, to preserve global freedom from the disease. Okay, to preserve global freedom from the disease, FAO, Food and Agriculture Organization, and World Organization for Animal Health have implemented strict measures to limit the storage of, okay, to limit the storage of that rinderpest virus, cattle plague, or this yeah, to a small number of high security laboratories worldwide. Okay, so only some designation, some like we call it institutions or the labs, they are only allowed to store the RCVM, this rinderpest virus. Okay, otherwise others were not allowed because it's a virus. If by chance it is released, so there's a chances of potential risk. Na? So in alignment with its global initiative, India has designated an ICAR NIHSAD a high containment BSL-3 facility and World Organization Animal Health Reference Laboratory for Avian Influenza as its national repository for RVCM back in 2012. Okay, earlier also it was given a title, and this time also it is recognized as category A rinderpest holding facility. Okay, because of its good technologies, because of its good storage capacity and other things. Okay, now India, it's not that we had submitted about our this facility for the first time. We submitted our application for rinderpest holding facility status in 2019. Okay, so when we submitted our application that we can be, you can consider us as a rinderpest holding facility because we are having all the facilities here. So we submitted our application 2019. After that, what will happen? They come, the joint inspection of this institution was taken, or the lab was taken in March 2025 by international experts appointed by FAO and WOAH. Okay, then a comprehensive evaluation was done that are we having the good facilities or how we are like storing them, and everything was performed well. Then after getting a approval, okay, that we are having the good facilities that we can store this like virus and other things. So we were designated as category A rinderpest holding facility for a 1 year term. For how many years? For 1 year. Okay. In recognition of its robust biosafety protocol, effective inventory management, and state of readiness for emergency situation. Okay, now this recognition places India among a distinguished group of only 6 facilities worldwide entrusted with the critical responsibility of securely holding database virus material. So we comes out as one of the 6 facilities worldwide that we are comes under a distinguished group that we can also store it well. Okay, it reinforces India's pivotal role in global animal health, biosecurity, and the One Health framework. India's role in the eradication of rinderpest was historic. Today, its role in preserving the legacy is equally vital. Okay, so at the time when we were working to contaminate, to what we were working for, eradicating this rinderpest virus from the global level or from the world, that time also India, like India's role was indispensable, and this time also. Okay, So that's all about it. And this recognition is not just about containment, it's about responsibility and readiness, because we are storing this virus. We are providing the dendrocrast holding facility. So that comes with responsibility. Okay, we are having these facilities where we can store it, but it's our responsibility to not leak it. Otherwise, the potential risk will occur. Okay, the committee has also encouraged India to engage further on matters related to vaccine seed material, which will bolster its application for category B designation in the future. So category A application for the virus, category B application for the vaccine seed material. It is clear to you? Say yes or no, the students who are there in the class. Category A for the virus or the material that is causing the disease. Category B is for the vaccine seed material or the one that is helping in controlling the disease. Now the designation of ICAR NIHSAID as a category A Rinderpest holding facility is a testament to India's continued leadership in safeguarding global animal health and reflect the country's unwavering commitment to international standard of disease control and prevention. Okay, so that's all about it. See, this article is very, very important. You should not miss any update from this article because you might have the question related to this in your exam. Definitely, I can assure you. Okay, there are some topics where I have a gut feeling that this will definitely pass in the exam, and that this one is okay. Now is India and Ukraine. Okay, they are having first joint working group meeting on agriculture when on 18th of June 2025. Okay, what was discussed there and who were the participants there? Okay, what our Indian delegates highlighted there and what the Ukraine delegates highlighted there. Okay, so that was a virtual meeting, first thing. Okay, neither they visit us nor we visit them. Okay, so that was a virtual meeting. So this meeting was co-chaired by Sri Ajit Kumar Sahu. Who is he? He is a Joint Secretary, Department of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare, and Miss Oksana Osmakko, who is she? Is Deputy Minister of Agrarian Policy and Food of Ukraine. Okay, so officials from both the countries, they emphasize that meeting marks an important milestone in strengthening bilateral cooperations in agriculture and elite sector. So, like, what was the points and the achievements that were highlighted by our delegate there? So, Sri Ajit Kumar Shahu, he highlighted that, like, obviously, when we are about to represent ourselves at any gathering or any international meeting, we have to discuss about our positive sides. Okay, like these are the achievements, these are the tasks that we had done in the sector, and we are about to achieve it. Okay, the thing that we had achieved, we will mention them, and after that, we will mention the target that we are about to achieve in future. We'll never say that we are failed in this. Okay, so whenever you have to write any effective answer on any such topic, one thing that you should keep in mind, not mention the negative word. Okay, stop mentioning the negative word there. Just and or summarize your answer with a positive note. Always follow this technology. So highlights a series of innovative initiatives launched by the government to strengthen the agriculture sector, which included the use of digital solutions, promoting climate resilient agricultural practices, risk mitigations, credit initiatives of the government. With that, also he also mentioned that we are working on becoming self-reliant on certain agriculture commodities. Like we are working. We had launched a mission that is a national mission on edible oils or oilseeds. Now we are working on National Food and Nutritional Security Mission. Okay, this name is updated now, National Food and Nutritional Security Mission. National Mission for Pulses and ENAM, which aims to foster growth in the agriculture sector and the rural development. Another one is what was the highlights and the points mentioned by Ukraine delegate. So Miss Oksana Osmako, she expressed Ukraine's strong interest in deepening cooperations in key areas such as food processing, agriculture mechanization, digital agriculture, genome editing, plant breeding technologies, soil fertility, and soil mapping. See, with that, I want to mention one thing. When our Union Minister for Agriculture and Farmer Welfare, Sri Shivraj Singh Chauhan ji, he visited the that summit in Brazil. Okay, as Brazil is doing good production technologies, and they are following good technologies for the soybean production. Okay, so when he visited there, he visited all the plants there so that he will learn how, so that we will bring a new technology from there, because they are so they are on the top in production of soybean and they are working well in that. So we went there and we want to adopt their technologies. That's why we put a hand forward to have a cooperation with them. Okay. Similarly, Ukraine is observing that we are doing good in digital agriculture. We are like introducing new technologies in our agriculture. We are working hard in mechanization. We are working very well in genome editing. So Ukraine put forward their hand that they want a cooperation from us. Are you getting my point? Like wherever you feel like that this country is doing well, you need to come forward to have a good connection with them so that you will learn with them. You will learn from them what the technology they are working upon, and they will also learn from us when if we are having anything with us. Okay. So she said that there's a need to deepening cooperations in these key areas of food processing, agriculture mechanization, digital agriculture, genome editing, plant breeding technology, soil fertility, and soil mapping. She further emphasized that both countries, with their rich agricultural experience, have the potential to complement each other in enhancing productivity, promoting mechanization, and improving farmers. That these two we should come hand in hand so that we will help each other, and when we will help each other, definitely will come out as a good combination. Okay, so that was the agenda of this meeting. So that's all about it. Another important update, another important initiative. Okay, this is very important. Okay, I had covered it in more detail. The one that we are going to discuss now. What is it? So, Union Ministry of Panchayat Raj to sign memorandum of understanding with Bhashini. What is that Bhashini is? Okay, the Bhashini is a national language translation mission. Okay, so Union Minister of Panchayat Raj is signing MOU with Bhashini. Why? To deepen multilingual access in e-governance at the grassroots level. Okay, see, government is implementing any scheme or yojana in a standard language, like all the important objectives are mentioned there, but the beneficiaries, intended beneficiaries for which the scheme is launched, okay, uh, they are like not familiar with the terms, high-tech terms that are mentioned in the scheme. So will they be able to become the part of the scheme or the initiative? No, because there will be a language barrier, semantic barrier will be there. Okay, so that's why Ministry of Panchayat Raj has decided to sign a MOU with Bhashini. Okay, so that multilingual access will be there. Okay, and that will help in e-governance. And at the grassroots level, the exact information will be delivered. Okay, they will get an access of exact information. They will use it to get the, and that's how our governance will become more transparent, right? So let's talk about it in detail. Ministry of Panchayat Raj will formalize a significant collaboration with Bhashini, the National Language Translation Mission under the ministry. So this Bhashini comes under the Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology through a MOU to harness cutting edge AI powered language technologies. And what kind of help this technology will provide? For greater inclusivity, for improved accessibility in Panchayat Raj governance. Okay, and where this collaboration was held, where this MOU was held at Constitution Club of India Annex, New Delhi. And who was present during that MOU? So it was graced by Union Minister of State for Panchayat Raj and Fisheries, Animal Husbandry and Dairy, Professor S.P. Singh Baghel, Shri Vivek Bhardwaj, Secretary Ministry of Panchayat Raj, Shri S. Krishnan, Secretary Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology, and with them senior officials were also present during that MOU. Okay, and this initiative, this is very important. Why it is important? Yeah, for e-gram Swaraj. That means you are reading all the news. Very good. Yeah, I'm about to mention it. Okay, I'm about to mention in the next paragraph, but that's good that you are aware about it. For E-Gram Swaraj, basically. Okay. So this initiative is a strategic collaboration to expand so that multilingual access will be there across the Ministry of Panchayat Raj digital platform and the outreach efforts, enabling wider public participation in Panchayat Raj initiatives, programs, dialogues, and live events through advanced translation technologies. Okay, and it marks a key step towards making the so that the ministry's platform will have multilingual access. Okay, and that will also help in e-gram Swaraj. Okay, it is mentioned here. As part of the event, a specially curated digital launch video showcasing the integration of Bhashini with e-Swaraj was also unveiled. Right? Now, another important news. So recently, if you are reading the news articles on regular basis, so you might have observed that there was a lot of incidences related to man-wildlife conflicts was observed from Uttar Pradesh. Okay, like the people who are sleeping like on the verandas of their house at the night, some wildlife animal like the tiger attack on them, and that's how there's so many incidences that were in news in the past few days. You might have observed it. Okay, so regarding these kind of incidences that were happening a lot, and even though there was at one place a lot of snake was also emerged out because it's a time monsoon time and the animals are also coming out of their like wild habitats in search of the food and other things. Na? So Union Minister Shri Bhupendra Yadav chairs interactive workshop on management of human wildlife conflict. So there's a need to manage it now. Where that workshop was held, it was held at Dudhwa Tiger Reserve. It is in UP on 20th of June 2025. Okay, so he visited the Katarnia Ghat Wildlife Sanctuary, which is also in UP, and here he interact with the officials for works undertaken for conservation of gharials. Okay, so he connected with the people who are working for the conservation of gharials, and he released seven gharial earlings like of 1 year, gharials of 1 year. So he released, like we talk about the earlings in the cases of fishes also, no? So there also for the conservation of gharials, 1 year old, seven gharial earrings were released in the river Girwa to give impetus to gharial conservation. So that was one like part of the workshop. Another part was participated in a workshop on human wildlife conflict management at Dudhwa Tiger Reserve in UP. PM Shri Narendra Modi ji led government is working jealously to ensure we protect both our wildlife and communities dependent on them living in the vicinity. So the people who are living near to the forest areas. Why? Because they are getting the forest resources. Okay, so their livelihood is dependent upon them. So there is a need to protect the wildlife and the communities as well. So they all these strategies or the techniques were discussed during that workshop. Okay, and other than that, he also released seven Ghadial earrings. So you can see the picture. Okay, so these are the 1 year old Ghadials and they were released in the Girwa River. Okay, and for the conservation of Ghadial and by both in situ and ex situ conservation. Right. So that's all about today's session. We discussed a lot of news articles that happened in the last week. That is very important to be covered here. So and before ending the session, aspirants, you can see this is a 60-day study plan for RBI Grade B 2025, and this session is about to held on 21st of June 2025. Make sure you guys will attend this session, and you can connect with me on my Telegram, that is Varsha Dhiman, and please install the application of Oliboard, register yourself there so that you will get the notifications of all the classes, PDF of all the classes, and there are so many batches available for better preparations on the application of Oliboard. हाँ, या महाराष्ट्र में भी होता रहता है, and there also like where the wildlife habitats will be disturbed, like we talk about the when I was in my college days, we visit the Corbett Tiger Reserve there. And there also we came to know about this incidences. Okay, so where the wildlife Where the communities will live in close vicinity with the wildlife, there are the chances of occurrence of this event, because when they will not find their prey, okay, so when they will not find the food, what will they do? They will enter into the human habitats, and all these kind of incidences will occur. Okay, so there's a need to manage all these incidences so that the wildlife population and the human populations will be protected. Okay, yeah, Sashank. Okay, Sumit. Now I'm ending the session for now. We'll meet in the next class with a new topic. Bye bye and take care.